Guys, I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. The embargo date happened a few weeks ago, but these are just hitting the dealer floors now. This is the 2024.5 GasGas MC250F Factory Edition. This is KTM Group's effort to homologate the 2025 model for 2024 racing. Man, so much to talk about, but we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes first and foremost. Some major component refinement and some new tech has been fitted for the 24.5 model for off-the-scale performance. A new connectivity unit means the bike's power can be customized to suit individual riders by using the easy-to-use GasGas Plus app on your phone. And new Dunlop MX34 tires, a smaller fuel tank, and of course, the latest Troily Designs Red Bull GasGas Factory Racing Team graphics are featured. Starting with the frame, guys, this is huge. So last year, KTM Group completely redesigned their frame, and they've taken it a step further. So further refinements to the all-new chassis. New redesigned motor mounts finished with black anodizing to improve chassis flex while retaining the bike's straight line stability. And this is lighter than ever. There's, around the shock mounting area, there's new cutouts in the frame, and together with a slightly thinner wall thickness at the front of the chassis, the bike is now much more settled when entering corners. So these are some key changes. They've actually lightened up this bike for the new models. It's the same frame geometry, but it has different flex characteristics, and it's also lighter. In the all-new CUO, you've seen it featured on the GasGas Instagram page. You link up the new connectivity unit off-road, the CUO, with the GPS sensor and the new GasGas Plus app on the smartphone, and you could tailor your power delivery to suit your style. Engine braking can be adjusted, and you can even refine the sensitivity of the quick shifter. You can input your weight in the app, and it'll actually show you recommended suspension settings. So pretty cool stuff. The rider section of the app lets you analyze how long you've ridden and how many laps that you've done, and it even logs your lap times and adds your fastest lap to a virtual leaderboard depending on the track. GasGas spiced things up for the 2024.5. It's got a new red tank cover and a new red and blue full gripper seat with additional ribs to keep you firmly planted in place. This is as sticky and tough as it gets. Keeps you firm in the saddle when you're going through the rutted corners. And of course, the TLD team graphics, the latest TLD Red Bull GasGas Factory Racing graphics, updated design for 2024.5. Using the latest in-mold technology, the graphics can wrap around more of the bodywork and create, you know, a bolder look. Of course, it's got the WP full suspension package. You have your 48mm WP exact air fork on the front. With some revisions, they've actually revised the top cap on the fork. Check this out. This is all new for 2024. This fork was updated for the new chassis, and you have the updated WP shock, which is shorter. It's lighter, has the same travels last year. Linkage has also been revised with new seals to reduce friction, and a lighter and smaller diameter bolt connecting the shock to the linkage reduces the unsprung weight. And of course, the shock is fully adjustable by hand trackside. The Factory Racing CNC machine triple clamps, man, there's two offset options for a personalized bike setup. You can choose from either 20mm or 22mm offsets, and there's also two mounting positions for the handlebars, forward or back, depending, you know, how tall you are, how you like the rider feel. So lots of adjustability with the GasGas models. That's been a big effort from KTM Group. You see on the smaller models, they have adjustable ergonomics to work with you as you grow, and you kind of see that on the bigger bikes. No matter if you're 5'4" and 130 pounds, or 6'2" and 250, you can get the thing set up from factory exactly how you need to. Using the latest and greatest CAD software, KTM Group's been able to redesign the swing arm to reinforce it where it needs and actually cut down on weight where it doesn't. That's some state-of-the-art tech. No expenses spared on designing the componentry. You see, as time goes on, the components get stronger, they get lighter, and the swing arm is no exception to that. It's produced with a special casting process and designed to perfectly match the frame's flex characteristics. Super light, of course, and go around to the other side, Jordan. The chain guide prevents mud buildup, and its rounded design helps the bike glide through deep ruts as the track gets gnarly. That was a big effort for 2024 model, and they've kept that for the 25s. They rounded off the chain guard. That's not going to snag on anything. Set CNC machine red anodized hubs, super strong spokes, and DID Dirt Star rims. These bikes should have came standard with these wheels. It's total magic with the red powder coated frame, and this factory wheel set really sets it off. Red anodized spoke nipples are designed to reduce how often you need to check them, which means they'll stay tighter, fresher for longer. And of course, Dunlop's new GMX MX34 tires fitted front and back. That's all new for 2024. You'll enjoy superior grip on all surfaces. And we'll go straight to the Brembo brakes, specific for the factory edition. This is notable. Jordan, if you show them the full line of the 2024 GasGas models that we have in stock, these are all fitted with BrakeTech brakes. So that's one of the major differences between GasGas to KTM Group. GasGas, they went with BrakeTech to make it a more cost-effective option. So Brembo brakes on the factory edition. And up front, you got a semi-floating front disc to ensure incredible stopping power. Make sure you hit your line in every corner. These are the best brakes in the business out of the box. And on that side, you see we have the factory racing brake disc guard, which is super strong and lightweight 2K carbon composite. Also carbon composite, you'll see the engine guard. I'll tip the bike over, stay on that side, Jordan. Show them the frame rails, which are covered beautifully with the carbon composite factory guard for a 250F motor. These are expensive to rebuild. If you knock your cases out with a rock, you'd probably cry yourself to sleep. That's half the value of the motorcycle, nice and protected. That's a non-negotiable item, standard on the 250F factory edition and 450F factory edition from GasGas. And at the rear, come over on this side. They've actually, KTM Group, total insanity. Being a dealer for KTM Group's been an absolute dream. Everything's under warranty. Very little, actually we've done one warranty claim and over 200 motorcycles sold. But they make, guys, there wasn't an issue with the rear brake pedal, okay? But they redesigned it, they made it stronger. It's more durable. And of course a Brembo caliper and brake disc designed exclusively for GasGas is fitted on the rear here. Top of the line components, of course, so with the Brembo package and hydraulics, clutch hydraulics, you have this braided stainless lines, of course. Go to the other side of the rear wheel, black anodized aluminum sprocket and gold chain that looks the business. It replicates the factory race team look. That's exactly how we'd spec it. Standard on the factory editions, factory start device to help you pull a big fat Holy. You can press the forks, keeps the forks in a down motion in the first bump you go over in the first turn. The forks decompress and then you're ready to attack the course. Starting out front is absolutely freaking key. Foot pegs, we've gone over this on a previous videos for the new models. No change for the factory edition, but still this is a big selling point for KTM Group. Best foot pegs in the business. They've been redesigned. They're closer to the chassis. They're less likely to snag on deep ruts or catch on the takeoff of jumps while scrubbing. And they're grippy. Black neck and handlebars feature a comfortable and modern bend, and they're strong but flexible. These also, as opposed to the Renthal twin walls, which a lot of people will run, these provide a little bit, they're more forgiving in vibration scenarios, and under hard hits, there's a little bit of flex, and the feedback is much, much better through these neck and handlebars. And of course, they're fully adjustable, 2 mounting positions on the triple clamps, which mean you can move the bars forward or back. ODI half waffle, sticky hand grips are standard for the factory editions. They go with this super sweet silver set, gray ODI hand grips. This is what we put on all of our classic dirt bike restorations. This is what we stock here at Kaplan Cycles. This is Kaplan America approved. Exclusive to the factory edition models is a smaller fuel tank. So it's holding 1 less liter of fuel, went from 8 to 7 liters. And weight is saved by the smaller design. When you have a full tank, 1 less liter, you have a few pounds of weight savings. And what you wouldn't consider is there's improved cooling. So come around to the front of the radiators from where I'm standing, Jordan. Actually, the fuel tank is going to allow for better airflow through the radiators. The fuel tank's not blocking as much of the radiator on the backside, so the air is flowing more freely. And last but not least, guys, the power plant. This is the best 250cc motor ever made by KTM Group. It's super compact, it's lighter, improves handling. The mass is centralized. They've positioned it perfectly in the chassis, and their engineers in Austria have made it easier than ever to work on. Starting with the cylinder head, is compact, light, and super durable. Of course, it's got the DLC coated finger followers that engage titanium valves to deliver maximum power. The head gasket's also been redesigned to improve sealing, especially in extreme hot conditions. The cylinder and piston, it's got an 81 millimeter cylinder, houses a CP box bridge type piston, which together are incredibly lightweight and perfectly suited for high revving. And they're absolutely indestructible. This motor has phenomenal oiling. You see these go 100 hours without the top end being cracked open. And if you check valve spec, 80, 90, 100 hours in, typically they're perfectly in spec. Change your oil frequently, and this is a bike that will last absolutely forever. Going down to the gearbox, lightweight and durable, 5-speed gearbox for the motocross models made by Pankel Racing Systems. Engineered for smoother shifting, and a clever sensor engages a specific engine map that's tailored for each gear to deliver the best performance possible. That's stuff that takes years and deep pockets to develop. That's the stuff that KTM Group's been doing. They just completely redesigned this motor and chassis for 2023 for the KTM and Husky models, brought it to GasGas in 2024. There was nothing wrong with the old chassis. They could have made some smaller revisions. They went all in, redesigning, and they've just continued to make changes with another frame revision. They're doing, there was no issue with the rear brake pedal. They've redesigned it. Why? Because it's the constant pursuit of greatness. The Hinson clutch cover, that's another thing you get with the factory editions. We figure over $4,500 in extras that you get with the factory edition. Between the wheel set, the styling cues, full Akrapovic titanium exhaust, which we'll cover that in a moment, and the hard anodized clutch cover and engine covers made from billet T6 aircraft quality aluminum for next level strength and durability. And then to the Akrapovic slip-on, full titanium, boosting power across the total rev range and adding a significant amount of torque. It also saves on weight over the stock system, which was made out of high quality aluminum. But this leaves nothing to be desired. This is the highest quality aftermarket exhaust available for these off-road machines. Fuel delivery, 44 millimeter key and throttle body, repositions the injector to deliver the most efficient flow of fuel and air into the motor. Directly mounted throttle cable means instant response. So that's huge, guys. With some of these direct injection models, you see drive-by-wire. They have that on their 700s for the motocross bikes. You still have a drive-by-wire system. It's just an optimized modern fuel delivery. This is as crisp and clean as it gets, and this is top of the line for the off-road market. All right, on the handlebars, we have the map select switch. You can choose from either the stock map for a smooth and controllable power delivery or the aggressive map for a harder hit. And you'll also be able to activate traction control, which is right here. It needs to be activated while the bike is running, or quick shift. And with both engaged, that activates launch control. Management system, it's small, light, super fast at processing data. It's the most incredible part about the motorcycle is the tech, and it's incredible how far that we've come from the steel frame two-stroke days. There's nothing wrong with those bikes, but they left some to be desired. In these modern bikes, this bike integrates launch control, traction control, quick shift, all the engine maps, the gear sensor, and also has a rollover sensor. So if you have a big crash, the engine will stop for an additional layer of safety. And I talked about this in our off-road segment. The rollover sensor is absolutely key, guys. So back in Crow Hill 2015, I was in second place, NESC 450B first moto in the middle of summer. It was 80 degrees, and I was a 170-pound kid riding a YZ 250 two-stroke. And in the second to last corner, I was getting pressured hard by this kid on a CRF 450. Right behind me is revving the motor to the moon. I held him off all moto. And in the second to last corner, washed the front, and the bike flipped over on top of me, and the bike was still running. Chain was spinning on top of my shoulder, so it completely skinned my arm. And it's a greasy chain, so I had a major arm infection. It turned green. I got really sick for a few weeks. Never went to the doctor, but probably could have killed me in hindsight. But that's not a concern on these. So if the bike rolls over on top of you and your arm's stuck in the sprocket, you don't have to worry about your arm getting lopped off. The bike's gonna cut ignition and stall out. Guys, that's my 2 cents on the 2024 GasGas 250FE, the factory edition. Coming with all the goodies. Over $4,500 worth of aftermarket stuff comes standard on this model, and they're in stock at Kaplan Cycles. This was by far our most popular model. Last year, we sold more 250 factory editions than any other dealer on the East Coast. This is a homologated low production unit, and they're available at Kaplan Cycles. We have the best pricing anywhere in the nation. Call in for a price quote, get pre-approved for financing, 860-471-0192. We do accept trade-ins. You could text or call that number any day, 24/7, and we could quote your trade-in, and you can make an appointment to come see the museum, get a free museum pass for you and your crew, and pick up your freshie GasGas just in time for the 2024 season. Again, call us with any questions. Thank you for watching thus far. If you watched this far, it's a lot of effort for us to put out these videos. Please leave a like, comment, let us know what you thought. Let us know what you'd like to see next. This is one that has been long awaited. Super psyched to have the new factory editions on the floor. So give us a call. Thanks for watching, and God bless America. God bless KTM Group for leading development on these off-road models.